on regardless. So let's go ahead and move on. We're going to continue on the topic of that, of course, regarding the database. We're going to go ahead and break that down and we're going to go into the depthness of it. I want to go ahead and open it up to the audience, seeing if there's any questions that maybe I can answer right out the gate. If you do, feel free to, of course, ask those questions as we continue to move forward. I'm going to pick up a little bit of with where we left off. I'm going to add as well from yesterday where we left off. So any questions that I can address right now? We're good. All right. So let me go ahead and put my notes together here. All right, so yesterday we were talking about who's in our database. I'm going to quickly go over that here. I'm not going to spend too much time on that because we spent some time yesterday. Today we're going to talk about what to say to our database after we've reconnected. We went over the reconnection script yesterday, and today I'm going to talk about what we're going to tell them with what I would basically, in a sense, call a maintenance call. Okay. And then again, for those of you guys that are over on YouTube and or Instagram, I'm going to encourage you to come join us over on Zoom because I'm going to be doing a lot of screen sharing today. All right, so database, past clients, family, friends, associates, and vendors. Okay, now when I break this down, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. As far as past clients are concerned, well, Robert, I've only been in the business for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and I don't have many past clients. Look back at your previous profession. Okay, there's a gentleman that I was coaching not too long ago. His previous profession was that of being a barber. And as a barber, he had been a barber for almost 15 years, made the decision that after having so many realtors sit in his chair and brag about how much money he'd make or they were making, that person decided to jump into real estate. For that person, I asked him, how many past clients do you have in real estate? He's like, well, I haven't been in the business too long. I've only been in it for 3 years. Well, that's long enough. How many deals have you done? Not really a whole lot. I think probably about a dozen in 3 years. Okay, that's fair. Well, what'd you do before? Well, I was a barber. Okay, cool. Awesome. How long were you a barber? Man, like 15 years. Okay, how many people did you service while barbering? I don't know, probably like 700 or 800 people. Goodness gracious. Okay, those are going to be your past clients. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to take that list, compile that list, and if it's not 700, 800, and it ends up being only 50 people, cool, no worries. Okay. But the point is that I want you to add those people to that list. Number 2, family. Number 3, friends. I'm not talking about, I keep my circle small. I don't like to talk to my cousins and bug my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, my whoever's. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you know them and they know you, they run into you at the mall, they run into you at the restaurant and they go, Robert, hey, what's up? What are you doing here? Those people. Those are the people that I want you to put on the list. We're going to talk about how to, of course, build the confidence and as we continue to progress. Number 4, associates. Associates are people that we do business with in the community. Dentist, doctor, lawyers, dry cleaners, barbers, nail salon, hair salon, childcare, mechanic. Anybody we give money to, they should be on that list. Okay. And number 5 is our vendors. Our vendors are escrow, it's title, it's lender, home warranty, plumber, electrician, anybody who helps us in the real estate business. Okay. So excuse me. One of the quickest and easiest ways to compile this list is going to be downloading a CSV from your phone. Downloading a CSV from your phone. It is important that you have this downloaded. And for some of you, I'll sit there, I'll have coaching clients, and I ask them, how many people do you have in your database? And they go, I only have 87. BS. Absolutely you don't. Okay. I don't care if you've only been in 1 day in San Antonio, okay, or you've been in 1 day in Kissimmee, Florida. I don't care. You don't have that. That's not the case. You go to your phone, you download the CSV, and you identify that there are 742 people on that list. Oh my gosh. Right? But we're also, as we download that CSV, like, okay, Robert, but what am I supposed to do with the American Airlines, the Southwest? What am I supposed to do with ABC Pizzeria? What am I supposed to do with those people? We'll get rid of them, okay? But at the very least, you have the raw data, which is the reason, as I mentioned yesterday, going back to the Excel spreadsheet, put everybody on there. And as you put these people on there, you're going to clean them up. And what I mean by clean them up, you're going to go through and you're going to go, Axle, I don't even know what that is. Is that a person? Is that a motor shop? Is that, I don't know what that is. Well, you're going to make the decision on whether you call them or not call them. What am I going to say? Call them. Okay. They're in your phone for a reason. After you call them, if you're like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have called them, good, cross them off. Or even better, they say, oh yeah, hey Robert, what's going on? Yeah, as a matter of fact, we were toying with the idea of buying about 7 years ago. And I know that we had talked for a minute, but yeah, we've been renting for that long. What's stopping you from making the move now? I don't know. We've been trying to save money for the last, 5, 6 years, and we haven't been able to put money together. Is that the only thing that's stopping you? Or are you aware of the fact that there is a 100% program out there? No, I didn't know that. Yeah, there is. So we start to compile this list of people. You're of course going to get rid of all of the miscellaneous. After the 784 people you've downloaded from your CSV, you realize that there's only 200 people that's worth it. Cool. Awesome. I don't care. At least we actually have a list of people that we can go after. Do we get that? Okay. And if you don't, that's okay. Go back and rewatch this. Okay. I'm going to continue to give, of course, points and or values. Let me open it up to the audience, seeing if there's any questions, any comments, any concerns, anything of anything that I can address here first. And if you do, feel free. If not, I'm going to continue to move on. I want to ask you, and again, if you have a question, feel free. I want to ask you rhetorically. Okay. Again, rhetorically means don't answer, but answer it for yourself. How many of you struggle to call this list? How many of you struggle to be in a position to sit there and say, man, I don't want to bug my family. I don't want to call this person. I don't want to do what Robert's asking of me. I understand the purpose. I understand the benefit. I understand the value, but man, this is tough. Anybody ever been there? Besides me? Like 5 times? Okay. I know, we've all been there. Okay? We've all been there. Here's the one thing that I like about this particular source is that I don't care where you generate business from. If you're all about social media, generating business from social media, if you are a person that does nothing but open houses, if you sit there and buy your business, or if you do the more traditional knocking on doors, calling, so on and so forth, I don't care. I could care less. Because there is one source that everybody has in common. And guess what source that is? This one. And this is the source where I double, triple, and quadruple agents' income. Okay. For those of you that I do coach right now, just think about that. And if I'm not doing that right now, why is that? Because you're not, in a sense, doing your job. And for those of you that are, guess what you're doing? You're going over the hump. You're doing exactly what it is that is being asked of you. Okay. And I'm not necessarily trying to pass the burden or pass the responsibility. But my point in regards to this is, number one, this is the source that everybody has. Everybody should be going after. Number two, this is the source that there is a lot of meat on that bone. A large percentage of you will sit there and say, well, I get business from my database. I get it. I understand. Kudos to you. You did 13 deals last year. Great. You're a number 7 agent in your office. Accolades, awesome. You got the Ruby, the Eagle, the whatever award. And then I ask you, of those 13 deals, how many of them came from your database? Oh, no. I'm good there, coach. I'm good. I appreciate it. I want to talk about other things. Okay. I got 7 deals. Oh, cool. Okay. Well, that's great. How many people do you have in your database? Oh, yeah. Like I said, we're good there. It's okay. I understand. But I want to know how many people are on that list. After going through doing the research, the person has 300 or 400 people. 10% of that, of 300 people, is 30 deals. So you got 7 of 30 potential deals. So you basically captured 20% of your capabilities. And this is very common. Okay. So I'm going to equip you all today, because in that I did get a couple of responses. Thank you for responding via text. Okay. So Claudia, yes, you do. I don't want to seem salesy. Okay. And it is. One of 2 reasons why people do not, which I'm going to share with you guys script here in a little bit for those of you guys, again, that are YouTube and or Instagram. I'm going to share the script here in about 3 minutes. The reason we come across from a direction of being salesy is also the same reason why we don't call them. Okay. Meaning it's one of 2 things. Number 1 is we don't know what to say. We don't know what to tell these people. And when we do call them, in this particular case, Claudia, we do sound salesy. Or the opposite. It's complete passive. Hey, what's going on, Joe? Oh, yeah, it's great to hear from you. Yeah, I just wanted to check in, see how things are going. How's the kids? How's the wife? Awesome. Well, hey, thanks so much. It's so awesome to catch up with you. Okay. Well, hey, I'm here if you have any questions about real estate. Okay. Awesome. But that's very passive. We don't get anything from that. And then you try to call them again the second time, 3 months later, you're like, I don't want to call them. I don't want to call them. Yeah. Number two is our ego. And our ego is not only not knowing what to say, because the ego comes in a couple of different perspectives. One is because we don't want to sound dumb. And even more so, we don't want to sound desperate. That's probably the biggest thing. Okay. We're in our accolades. We closed 13 deals last year, 17 deals last year. I was the number 7 agent out of 300 agents in my company. I'm cool. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, coach. Cool. Awesome. And we don't call these people because we don't want to come across like we're desperate. We pick up the phone, we call Joe. Joe, hey, it's Robert, your realtor. Just wanted to check in with you, and just wanted to see if you had any real estate questions. Oh, hey, what's going on, Robert? Is everything okay? Is business not working for you? Do you need business? Gosh, damn it! That's why I don't want to call these people, right? And that happens. Man, that's why I don't want to do this. So remember, the reason we don't is, number one, is we don't know what to say, and number two is our ego, which shows up in different forms. You got to get over this, because every single millionaire that I've made, all 26 of them, guess where I started? Number one is going to be in regards to their database. Number two is going to be their schedule, which is not this topic. And in that, as far as this particular topic with the database, every single one of my coaching clients, every single one of them has had room for improvement. Every single one of them. Okay. Out of almost 500, maybe even over 500 now, coaching clients, there's not one person that has captured that 10%. Okay. So I'm going to share with you now with what to say. How do we say this? How do we create the value? How do we make this, of course, more beneficial? But before I transition over to that, any questions that anybody has? Okay.
Yeah, Robert, I have a question. What if they're out of the, I don't know, out of the area? You live in, I don't know, Orange County, and they're in San Jose.
Yep.
But you still regard them as a good a source.
For sure. So I still want you to call them. Okay. So I don't think this person is here, and I'm sure eventually this person will listen or hear this. But I want to give this person kudos. A coaching client that I had probably about a good 5 or 6 years ago by the name of Erica. I'll leave her last name out of it. Tucson, Arizona. She made a move out of Orange County, California, and moved over to Tucson. Okay. I know some of you guys are asking why, but she did. Okay. She moved over to Tucson. And as she moved over to Tucson, the exact same thing. Okay, coach, I got it. I understand. I got to call my database. Okay. But what do I do with all these people that I used to service or know which larger percentage of my family is over in Orange County? So answering your question now, Declan, I asked of her to continue to give them a call. But Robert, I don't even service the Bay Area. But Robert, I don't even service Orange County, whatever in a sense that may be. Can we get referrals? We can. Okay, we can create these connections. So going back to Erica's story, yes, she went on, and I kid you not, probably at about a 3 to 4 month mark after going through, asking of her to go through this process. Okay, fine, coach, I'm going to do with what it is that you say. She calls me up and she goes, hey, coach, do you service a city by the name of Loma Linda? Okay, if you guys don't know, Loma Linda is just outside of San Bernardino. It's actually a nice city. Okay, it's a little bit more prestigious because of the hospital, and it's notorious for having people, doctors, surgeons, so on and so forth, that do live there. So remember, she's from Tucson. Her average sales price at this time was around 275, 300,000. She was making about $7,500 per transaction. She referred me a $2 million listing. I gave her a 30% referral fee at 3%. Do the math. That's $60,000. I gave her a referral for $20,000. $20,000. That's almost worth 4 transactions. Now, going back to Declan, okay, yeah, absolutely. I do want you to call these people. And it's a great question because we all find ourselves in that position. Okay, so very, very fair question. And we all find ourselves in that position. So it doesn't matter whether you're in California calling New York, or even doesn't matter where you're at. We can all get referrals. We want to be their go-to source. Okay, all right. So let me go ahead and move on. I'm going to share the script now with everyone, okay, so that we know exactly what it is to say. All right, so here we go. Again, for those of you that are over on YouTube and over on Instagram. I'm going to encourage you to come join us over on Zoom. Okay, so here we go. So in this, as you can all see, this is the script, and the script is very simple. Okay, but what I want to make sure that we're all on the same page, because we're going to call them 4 times a year, once a quarter. We're going to give them what I call is, in a sense, the maintenance call. And in that, very, very simple opening. Hey, Joe, this is Robert, your realtor. I wanted to borrow you for a few minutes. Can I give you some real estate updates? Do you have 5 minutes I can borrow? This is the most important part of this script. And in this script right here, we want to insert a topic. Every single one of my coaching clients, within the first 30 days, I equip them with a menu of topics. And these menu of topics that I'm referring to is we're going to compile a list of things that we're going to talk to them about. Let me ask the audience, what can we talk to these people about? Participation, please.
Interest rate,
Yeah, interest rates. What else?
inventory,
Inventory. What else?
any new law change regarding real estate in terms of tax,
Yeah, law changes. Anything about taxes? What else? Anyone else? Okay,
Prop 19.
say it one more time.
Prop 19.
There we go. That's basically a law change. Absolutely. So a law change in specific to Prop 19. How do you use equity from Christian? Okay, absolutely. How about doing a quarterly update? How about doing a yearly update? How about talking about the benefits of a trust? How about a different loan program? Loan programs are changing all the time. Okay? So create this list, a menu of topics, and in this menu of topics, you're going to go ahead and insert that topic right here. Okay, so let's pick a topic and I'll show you exactly how to create that value. Okay, so pick a topic, anybody. Okay, so Anne, I think you were trying to say something.
Inventory
Inventory. Okay, cool. So is the inventory up or is it down?
is up.
Okay, it's going up. Okay, so the inventory is going up. We're now in a normal market. Okay, there was a shortage of inventory and we still are a little bit short. Okay, we still are technically a little bit short, but we are now in a normal market. This is a topic I probably wouldn't use, but let's say that we are in a position where the market is taking off. So I'm gonna role play with you, Anne, if we can, and I'm gonna show you exactly the purpose and how we use this. Okay. Now I'm only gonna use this on an up market when there's a shortage of inventory. So here we go. Ring ring.
Hello?
Hello, Anne.
Yes.
Hey.
Robert.
Hey, how are you doing? Yes, it is. Absolutely, Robert. I wanted to borrow you for a few minutes and give you a quick little real estate update. Do you have a few minutes I can borrow?
Okay.
Good. Well, I was giving you a call as I'm calling, of course, all of my great past clients like yourself, my friends, and my family, and I want to give them a quick update what's going on with the real estate market. Have you heard of what's going on with the listing inventory right now?
Yeah, I noticed that in my area, home was sold a little bit longer than usual.
Yeah, so again, we're using this in a good time. We're not going to use it in a bad time because it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, absolutely. There is a shortage of inventory. And as far as the shortage of inventory is concerned, sellers are taking advantage of this. And the way that they're taking advantage of it is simply because of the fact that there is a shortage of inventory. Some of the sellers are benefiting by getting 10, 20, even $50,000 more than with what they're asking for. And my question to you is, who do you know that is needing this info, that is thinking of buying, selling, or for that matter, even looking to invest?
I can't think of anything right now, but if I do, I will probably reach out to you and let you know.
Okay, perfect. Do we get that? Okay, now the reason I shifted with what Anne was going in the direction, I don't want to call people with bad news. Okay, oh my gosh, the inventory is like saturated. It's like, getting crazy, so on and so forth. I can, but it's not the ideal direction I'd want to go to. So that's probably one that I'm going to shelve for maybe a year or two and maybe not speak about that one. Okay.
So Robert, how about if you have a seller who have a high expectation about a price, we should bring it up about the inventory, right? When it's a market shift.
That's specific. That's handling an objection with an individual. But yes, you can. And in that, of course, you want to go ahead and be able to share, why there is a saturation. Okay. And with what you're talking about, Ann, I totally get it. I understand with what it is that you're wanting in regards to the price. But right now, I don't know if you know, in the mile radius, there are 27 properties that you're competing with. Do you know how that's going to impact you and the value of your home? Well, no. Why? Well, it's going to impact you because you have more competition. I'm sure you remember back in high school, remember the law of supply and demand? When the supply is low, the demand is high. Well, right now it's the opposite. The supply is high, which of course the demand is low. Okay? And because of that, we have to be very strategic in the way that we price your home. Okay?
Okay.
My
Thank
point
you.
in regards to this, what I want to make sure the audience understands, we're going to have 12, 13, 15 different topics. We don't have to use all of them. We're just going to pick one. And in some cases, we're going to use them over and over again. A quarterly update, a yearly update, something about interest rates. We can probably use those, at least of those three, recycle it once or even twice a year. You guys got that? Okay. And then we use the other ones when it's beneficial. Okay. Chad, I don't know if you had a question you want to jump in.
No, I was just gonna say you could also do a just listed or just so called in that databases area.
Well, let me proceed with caution on that one. Okay. And what I mean by that, a just listed, just sold. If we're going to do a just listed and or a just sold, remember, we want to call 100% of everybody. And if we do that, it's only going to be on those listings that are the creme de la creme listings. Okay. And it could be that for Chad, in your case, that $3 million property, that $5 million property, or it could be the complete opposite, where it's an investor's opportunity. The house is worth 750, but the seller's willing to do it for 500,000. Because what we don't want to do is we don't want to bore our database with calling them year after year after year after year about just another listing. Okay, it's got to be some version of value. So either it's going to be, oh my gosh, Chad, hey, I don't know if you saw this property that I just posted on social media. This thing is an absolute gem. Okay, this property here is 7,500 square feet. It's sitting on 2 acres. It's got 2 pools. Man, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. It's one of those one of a kind properties, and we're looking for a very, very specific buyer. Who do you know of that is looking for this type of home? Okay, or the other way around. Okay, the other way around is Chad. Hey, it's Robert, your realtor. Hey, just want to give you a quick little update. I got a listing here recently, and we're looking for the right buyer. Okay, now what's special about this property? It's worth 750,000. The seller is willing to get rid of it for 500,000. Yeah, I mean, it needs a lot of work. It needs probably about $100,000 worth of work, but it is a great buy. Who do you know of that is in the market looking to buy, sell, or invest based on this type of property? So it's only one of those two directions. I don't want to do a vanilla listing. Hey, I took another listing. I don't want to do that. Okay, but great point. Okay, all right. So questions, comments, concerns, anything else of anyone else? Okay. So
Yeah, I got a sorry.
go ahead,
Just
Declan.
off topic a little bit. Sorry about that. Yeah.
No worries.
What podcast do you listen to get like economic news or something like that? You know, when you want to discuss interest rates or supply demand and all that.
Yep. So the quickest and simplest way is one of two different places. We can use CAR, which is going to be California specific, or NAR. Okay. And again, you can use with whatever it is that you want. The one challenge that I do have with California is that it is so, how can I put it? Because it's so large, there's a difference between, Indio market and San Francisco. There's a difference between Sherman Oaks and Sacramento. So that's the only thing about that. So we want to maybe try to identify some things that are going to be a little bit more specific when we're doing things like that, which we have the MLS. Okay, the MLS is definitely an option. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Anything else that we can go over? All right. So let me go ahead and share something real quick. I always create value. I seldomly do any version of any sort of plugs. Okay, but I do want to share something with you guys today. For those of you guys that may or may not necessarily know, but I've actually launched my own coaching company. Okay. And my own coaching company is MIT, Millionaires in Training. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be running a special for those of you that are looking to join coaching. I'm going to share a little bit of info so that, again, that's just a quick little 2-minute plug. Okay. Now, of this, I'm running a special all the way through June. Okay. And as far as this works, I have 3 different programs. The 3 different programs, number 1 is a Power of 5. This is the most affordable program. These are for the agents that want to get information. They want to get in front of me on a weekly basis. It's a 30-minute session. It's 5 agents to myself, okay, to 1 coach. and that's going to be at the rate of 500. The second program, okay, the Elite. There are two programs. One of them is the bi-weekly, and that's at 800. Okay, that's $800 a month. It's a 30-minute session. They're all 30 minutes, by the way. And then the next one is the weekly, so every single week, and that's at $1,250. Okay, that's the one-on-one coaching program. Okay, I'm not looking to coach a bunch of people. I have about 5 or 6 openings at this moment that I want to go ahead and add. Okay, and then the third one is a platinum team. I have 3 teams right now that I'm coaching, and one option is the 30 minutes bi-weekly at 1,000. Okay, so this is for those of you that might say, well, maybe my broker, okay, or you know what, this person definitely can use your help. Okay, for example, Robert Cedeno, one of the guys that I brought on last year, did 176 deals. The guy's on pace to do 250 deals this year. Okay, I've been working with that dude for a little while. I just took on a new Century 21 office. I'm going to be helping them double their business. Okay, this is a version. Now the other one is an exclusive 30 minutes. And what I mean by that, this is again for 3 plus or more people. Okay, this is $1,500, and that's every week, bi-weekly, weekly, and they're both 30 minutes. And there is one other class, okay, which I do have one company that's taking this on, which I am looking for more of these, and that's 1 hour. I'm basically going to do a class every single week for training. Okay, and everything in a sense I do, every class that I do, I take tremendous pride in this. Every class that I do, my goal is to give you 1 or 5 tips that you can apply today and be able to make money out of it. Okay, and this is a 1 hour class every single week, and that's at $2,500. That's my quick little plug. Okay, I'm really super excited about, of course, this company that I've now launched, okay, which is, and if you guys want more information, feel free, hit me up. I'll send you the info. I don't hard sell, okay, because coaching doesn't work unless you buy into it. Okay, so that's my 2-minute plug. Any questions, any comments, anything of anything that anyone has? Good? Okay. Is that like a mic drop? A lot of you guys are. Okay, so I know, I understand, and here's the special. Here's what I'm basically running. Everything that I just mentioned is going to be 25% off. Okay, 25% off. It's a 6-month agreement. Okay, and that is solely going to be for the people that decide to move forward with coaching all the way through the month of June. So that's, in a sense, the next 5 weeks. I'm going to be running this as, of course, if you want to call it the grand opening, the launching special. Okay, so it's 25% off whatever one of those contracts that you take on. Okay, any questions, any comments, any concerns, anything of anythings? Okay, I'm just looking for my 27th, 28th, and 29th millionaire. So if you're interested on making 7 figures, cool, awesome. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, if you're looking to do 4 deals this year, well, maybe I'm not the person. Okay, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. Okay, and that's okay. That's kudos to you. And I don't mean that at all disrespectfully, but I am looking for people that I can get them to the 7 figures. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. What I want you to do is I want you all to have a version of homework. And the homework is, as I've said this before, I think I said this about 6, 7, 8 weeks ago, is create a menu of topics. If you are one of my coaching clients, you should have this already. And if you haven't, we got to address this. I see one person that we got to address this with. Okay, everybody else, create a menu of topics. There was probably about a good 7, 8, or even 9 of them that were provided today. Everything is archived. What was Top Realtor Training, some of you guys may or may not have noticed, some of the soft opening is now MIT. Okay, so MIT Millionaires in Training, that's on Facebook, and it's all archived, so you can go back and watch all of this. All right, so leave it for one last question. Anybody? Today at 12 o'clock, I'm going to be doing the entire database mastery. Okay, that's going to be today at 12 o'clock. Okay, I'm going to go over it in its entirety. So if you want more information, if you've been kind of jumping in and out, today at 12 o'clock, this exact same Zoom ID, I want you to come join us, and I'm going to go ahead and break the entire thing in about 40 minutes. Okay, I don't think I can do it in 30 minutes. I'm going to do my absolute darnest, but my goal is to get it done within about 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, let's go take a listing or 5, and I'll see you guys later today at 12 o'clock. Thank you for attending. As always, I appreciate you. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. So I will see you later today at 12 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later.